Hey everybody, Uncle Dagger here again, and today I'm going to be bringing you a review of the RichMan Hybrid from www.richmanvapors.com. This hybrid device has a lot of flexibility. It can use different batteries because it has a telescopic pin on the atomizer section. It can use an 18350, an 18490, 18500 with a kick, or an 18650 battery. So a lot of options there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a closer look at this device. Okay, so the RichMan Hybrid consists of several pieces here. First we have our switch. All these pieces are stainless steel. The switch is gold plated, and as you can see it's got some pretty nice engraving here. It says RM RichMan and the serial number, which in this case is number 56. All of your contacts are copper with 24 karat gold plating. Very nice conductivity, and one of the nice things about gold plated contacts is they don't tend to tarnish. With copper you usually have to take off that layer of patina or tarnish after a while. So that is your button. It is a locking button, and it's a fairly short throw on this button as well. Works very nicely. You can see there's several vent holes here for venting around the button. Then you also have your 18350 tube, which assembles nicely onto here. The threads are pretty smooth, can't complain. This is actually the matte finished version. It's also available in polished. And then you have your 18650 tube. This will also work with a 18490 and a kick. And then you have your atomizer section. This one is currently sporting a RichMan Hybrid's Little Richie drip tip. It's a pretty nice little drip tip. Matches the finish on the mod nicely. So let's go ahead and take a look at this atomizer section very quickly. As you can see here, it does have a telescopic pin for battery adjustment. Top cap, and I did drill this one out a little bit. The top cap is a reduced chamber design. It's a fairly small space down inside of here. And if you look at the deck on this atomizer, one of the things you'll notice immediately is how short that center post is. A lot of people think this may look strange, but in all reality you do not need a long center post in a Genesis atomizer. It's kind of wasted space. It makes a chamber bigger. There's no need for it. And this air hole lines up directly with like the lower half of this coil, right about the middle of that center post. The center post is not spring loaded. It actually has Phillips screws. You can see there's a generous fill hole here as well, and that is, I believe that is threaded. I took the screw out, but it's kind of nice to have the option to put a screw back in. Normally you don't want to put your fill hole screw in because you do need to have some sort of way to keep juice flowing, and you can get a condition called vapor lock if you do take that out. This is threaded. I'm not going to totally disassemble it. It does have a 3mm Pyrex tank, but this unscrews. You have to take the center post out, and then this will unscrew so you have easy cleaning and access to replace the tank. There is an insulator there. It's right underneath this brass portion on the center post. So dual O-rings on the top cap, which is nice. There's no wiggle, no worries about it coming loose, and assembles into a nice looking hybrid here. So that is the RichMan Hybrid in 18650 mode. In 18650 it is 5.75 inches long. In 18350 mode it is 4.57 inches long. So not too bad as far as the design goes here. So let's go ahead and take a vape. We'll tell you a little bit about this. I have 4 wraps of 28 gauge Canthal on here. I'm not really sure what it's ohming out at, but it's working quite nicely. Let's go ahead and drop a battery inside. I'll show you how that telescopic function works with different battery lengths. This may be okay. Let's see, do we have any rattle? We have just a little tiny bit of rattle. So all I'm going to do is unscrew that post slightly and then put this back in place. Go ahead and shut the light off for this so you can see the coil. I just set this coil up and it may not be bedded properly. It looks like it's okay. Looks like I'm getting a glow here. Looks good. So let's go ahead and fill it up with juice and take a vape. Okay, so we've got our RichMan hybrid here. This is set up with 7 by, I believe it's 7 by 19 stainless steel rope with a courtesy wrap of 500 mesh on it and 28 gauge Canthal. And again, I really like the design of this Genesis with the very short top post there. It really produces great flavor and outstanding vapor as well. And I didn't mention this when we were doing the close-up look, but if you see in there, you can see this is graduated. There's actually almost a domed shape as it goes up near the top. And that works almost like a reduced chamber. It gives you a little bit better flavor than you would have in something that was just squared off or a little bit more cavernous. For most of my Genesis, especially if they have a decent sized fill hole, I like to use these little bottles. I get these from White Stag Vapor. It's www.whitestagvapor.com. My buddy Tom over there has these bottles, and they work great for Genesis. And they've got a nice flexible tip with a little rubber guard on there, and you can actually just use this instead of a syringe. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this up, and there we go. So we got some juice in it. Drop a little bit of juice on the coil just to kind of get it going there. You can see we have juice in here now. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. So it is firing pretty good here. Got decent wicking. And I'm going to go ahead and pop the top cap on and take a vape. Boy, the flavor is great. I'm very happy that this is made in the United States and at a fairly reasonable price too. Hybrid devices, the prices have been slowly creeping up, and now it seems like you can't get one for under $230 to $250 and up, of course. But this is a solid device made in the U.S. out of high quality materials for $124. And again, the website, if you're interested in one of these, is www.richmanvapors.com. Just outstanding, though. It's nice and warm because this coil is located so close to the hole. And again, you're drawing directly from the coil. There's not a lot of space there, and it's lined up very nicely. I really, really like that deck design on here. So again, thanks for watching. This was a brief review of the RichMan Hybrid from www.richmanvapors.com. Thanks.